Today we're going to look at a cable stitch. This is going to be a multiple row stitch, so we're going to be starting with the first row. We're going to do 9 back post double crochets. I'm only going to show a few and then start the next row. So again, we're going to do back post. This will be the wrong side of the pattern, and typically you want to have a row of double crochet like I have here before you start doing the back post. It can be your very first row after your chain, so your kind of foundation row after you've done your chain. Now we have the right side facing. We've crocheted on our next row. When you reach these stitches you made the back posts on, you're actually going to start the 9 cable back stitch, or 9 CB. So this is 9 stitches total, and we're going to do treble crochets. So for the cable back, we're going to skip 3. So 1, 2, 3, and we're going to do front post treble crochet around the next 3. So here's 1. 2, and 3. Now what makes this the cable back stitch is the fact that we're now going to work behind these 3 that we made in the first 3 that we skipped. So it's a little odd because we're still doing a front post treble crochet around these 3 stitches. So what you're going to do is, in this nice hole we have here, you're going to bring your hook around through the front and then around the post, so you're pulling this post up. Now what I find really easy to do in order to continue to work behind this stitch and not in front of it is I'll pull these 3 stitches up, bring my hook behind everything. So I have these 3 stitches back here, I have this front post on my hook, and then I'm going to pull through and complete the treble crochet, and I'm going to do that for all 3. So that's 1. Again, through that large hole, we're going to go around the post so that it's a front post. I'm pulling it towards myself. I'm going to move this out of the way and kind of work behind. That's 2. And then the final time, the third post. Last treble crochet for that, and then we have 3 more treble crochets to complete because again it is 9 stitches. We've done 6. It's going to look a little odd right now, so we'll do the last 3 to the left. Okay, so we're on the next row. We've already crocheted over to our 9 CB stitches. This is what it looks like from the back. We have wrong side facing. So now we're just going to back post double crochet around all 9. And this can be a little bit tricky when you come up to the part where these stitches overlap. Our back post. And then, so we've done the 3. Now this is where they overlap. You're just going to follow along with the way the chain looks from the top. So that's kind of the path that you're going to take, which is essentially these first 3 stitches right here. So you might have to finagle it a little bit on this stitch where the overlap occurs. You're going to come around and then make sure you're not grabbing the other post. So kind of this gap right in here to get the post that's in the back. if, you know, my hook would stop slipping. And then you do the last 3. Okay, so we've started our next row. We have the right side facing, and now we're going to do the 9 cable front stitch. So we're working in treble crochets again. This can be abbreviated as 9CF. And instead of skipping the first 3, we're going to front post treble crochet around the first 3. After you've front posted around the first 3, you're going to skip the next 3 and then front post around 3 after that. Once you've completed that 3, you're going to work back in this space in front of the stitch that you just made. It's quite a bit easier than the cable back because you're literally just doing a front post in front of everything. So you're gonna make sure you've got all 3 here in the middle, and you start with the first one. Front post treble crochet. And that is your cable front. Now, you might think it looks like we have some gaps here, but those will go away as you work the next rows. So we have worked our way onto a new row. We're on the wrong side again. Anytime you are on the wrong side, you're going to do the double crochet back post stitches around your treble crochet. So once again, we've got this kind of weird overlap that we have to make sure we pay attention to. And just follow the order like this. So you're going to go down and then around this post and this way. You do this again for a total of 9. You might have to do a little finagling around this kind of overlap spot. So I like to just grab it and pull it apart to insert my hook a lot easier. Once again, we're doing back posts around this to make it look like a front post on the right side. When we turn it back over, this is what it looks like on the right side. We have our cable knit started. And again, these gaps will kind of close up the more you work it. And you alternate between cable back and cable front whenever you have right side facing. So since we just did the cable front, we would go back again and do another cable back. And then on the wrong side, you always just do the back post double crochets around these. And then when right side facing again, it would be another cable front stitch. And eventually, you'll get something that looks like this. I added another back post here and front post to get this lovely line along it, but this is the cable stitch. This is a lighter yarn, so it will be a little bit smaller when you use thicker yarns like a medium yarn. The entirety of the cable will be larger. And that is the cable stitch.